Coach, just what did you see from that second unit in the second half that put you guys back in the game?
Oh, they did a great job of being poised and having an understanding and dealing with the pressure. They did a good job dealing with the pressure and staying patient and getting what we needed to get out of it.
To see that from that second, third unit group together, and not like your starters were out of it or anything like that, but to see that from that group and that coaching push through, just what does that mean for you guys?
It means a lot. I mean, that's what we practice, and we understand that every game is different. And like you have to, whatever it is, you have to be ready for it. And we work on it over the 4 or 5 days. We worked on it, so the guys were prepared, they were ready, and we stayed together, and today showed that.
For someone like Xavier Moon to get this opportunity, just what do you like about his game, and how did he contribute today?
Very poised, very good point guard. He's been communicating since day one. He's helping other guys out. He has some experience, so he understands the game, and he's a very good point guard. Very good point guard.
What went wrong in the first half for you guys?
I think the pressure, the ball pressure, they were putting a lot of heat on us, and I think it took us out of what we wanted to do initially. But we figured it out, and we responded well to it.
What did you make of Anthony Black's performance? He struggled shooting a little bit, got in some foul trouble. No, there's not exactly foul trouble in summer league, but picked up a few fouls.
Some of the calls were questionable, but that's part of the game, and it's a learning lesson for him. He didn't let up aggressively defensively, which is good. I think that, in the game, you never know how it's going to go. But the thing about Anthony Black is he can do different things. He has 6 assists, so he's not just a one-trick show. So he does it in many ways.
What were you telling the team at halftime and also for portions of that third quarter when we fell behind by double?
Handle pressure. We did a good job of responding to the pressure. They were putting a lot of heat on us, which was good for them. And then they were mixing up the defense as well. They went zone a little bit, which is rare in summer league, but it was a good test for us, and they responded well. We just made some quick adjustments, and they responded well.
How much are you discovering that Tristan was a 4-year college player with a lot of reps on his resume?
There's a lot of guys that have like 4 years of experience and a lot of reps, but Tristan's a little different. He's very cerebral. He understands the game. He's very poised and patient, and he knows how to play. He knows he can read the moments. He understands the situations and what's happening, and he's leading on the bench as well. He's talking and communicating and helping other guys out. So I think that he's a guy that has very many talents when it comes to basketball.
We know where he's from. Is there kind of a European feel to his game, or does he seem more like a North American college player?
I'm not sure about that. I know Tristan's a really good player who knows how to play the game, and he's willing to adjust to situations. Hawkins hit a few shots. He jumped right on Hawkins and wanted to guard him. So, I think he's got the heart, he's got the toughness, he's got the will, and, you can't really deny him. He's pretty good.
Is relentless in his shooting. What advice do you tell him throughout games?
Just keep shooting it. It's a miss or make. So you just keep playing. If you go 50%, you had a great game. So, it's shoot the ball. But just take good shots and make the right decision, and he does that for the most part. So just continue to be aggressive, and the shots will fall.
Tristan had that offensive rebound late and that putback. I think you guys have 7 or 8 points. Just to see those winning plays, how do you evaluate him where he's not exactly as young, but he's still a rookie?
Again, he understands the moments. He understands the principles that we put in, and he continuously does it every time. So when you do that, you find things. So he crashed every time. So then you find that offensive rebound. So he understands how to play the game. And he understands what we're asking of him, and he does it well.
I know you're focused only on the team, but how much are you enjoying this opportunity?
Extremely. I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity. I'm thankful. This is good for me to be able to understand different moments of the games and different situations, being up, being down, how to adjust. They throw zone in there. So it's a good experience for me. So I'm thankful to have the opportunity. And we have a great group of guys that are willing to do what it takes to win. So I'm thankful.
All right, Tristan, comeback victory for the Magic, for your team. Just What was going through your mind down the stretch of that game?
Just finishing the game. I feel like we did a good job sticking to it. Shout out to, the guys that came off the bench, provided the energy and provided kind of setting the tone for us. So that was big. We just stuck with it and got it done.
You mentioned the bench. Xavier Moon obviously had kind of a charge in that. What did you see from him, and what was it like just watching from afar, that group kind of pull you guys back into it?
Yeah, just veteran leadership right there. That's especially important at the one spot, and he got that through and through. So big shout out to him. Getting everybody right and kind of setting the tone, and it kind of shows you how deep this team runs and how well we're connected. Throughout the starting five and bench.
When you see that bench unit come back and get you guys back in the game, is it almost like your starting group has to come back in and finish it off, or what was the mindset?
It's just momentum. Basketball is a game of runs, and he kind of started us off, so we just finished what he started.
What went wrong in the first half? Just things not clicking, or?
Yeah, I mean they played a different style of basketball compared to our last game, so we kind of had to take some time to adjust to that. The ball was kind of sticking. We took some quick shots. They kind of rushed us into early offense. And as soon as we started figuring it out, especially with that second unit coming in, that kind of gave us the confidence and the momentum.
I know you're thinking more about the team, but what individually are you trying to focus on in terms of areas of improvement?
I'm just a player, man. I'm just trying to play the right way. I'm not really out here for personal accolades. If I can impact the whole game by just playing defense, and communicating on the floor and making the right reads, I'm cool with that. If it's scoring the basket, that's cool with me too.
What are you seeing in terms of how your skills translate to this level?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at my age. Make me sound like an old head, but I got a couple more years under the belt than the typical rookie coming in. So the game is a little bit slower for me than maybe for other people that come fresh out of college, and I'm just trying to take advantage of that. Play the right way and don't get sped up.
3-point shooting was a weakness of Orlando's last season. Obviously, shooting is a strength of yours. Do you foresee yourself really implementing yourself from a shooting perspective in this team, kind of giving you that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm trying to help wherever I can, and shooting's probably a big part of that. But I think the whole squad is going to come back after this summer a lot stronger from beyond the arc.
Hey, just what happened in that second half for you guys to come back into that game?
I think the first half, things weren't as easy as they were the first game, and that's not to say that the first game was easy, but we were moving the ball well. Everything was kind of going our way, and that happens some games and sometimes it doesn't. But we picked up our energy in the second half. We just kind of all came together as a team and said, like, at halftime, we're like, hey, we just got to go back to what was successful, what was helping us early on in the first game. So turn it around.
You talked about Xavier Moon yesterday with me, but
yeah.
Today to see him have that opportunity and kind of that bench unit bring you guys back into it, just what did you see from the
yeah.
You were on the court for a little bit there, but what did you see from the sideline?
I mean, that little hesitation move, it's gotten me numerous times. So I wasn't surprised. I was happy that it was somebody else this time. But he's one of the most skilled guards I've ever played with. And to be honest, he deserves a job in the NBA. So it was great to see him get to show that. Yeah.
When you're hitting threes and one-hand slams, what's that like?
It feels great. I mean, that's kind of like I try to keep my game pretty simple. Pick and pop when it's open, that type of thing. The one thing that bothers me still, it's haunting me. I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. Is the missed reverse dunk. That's the first of those I've ever missed in my career. It's kind of a signature, and so I thought sure it was down. And when I saw the ball bounce back over my head, I was just kind of shocked. So it bummed me out a little bit, but it was still a fun second half.
For you guys to keep your composure and the starters come back in and finish the job, what does that mean for this group?
I mean, the starters finished it, but the second unit, third unit, they were really what got us going. And this whole team is a G League All-Star team. You take any of these guys, and you can probably plant them on an NBA team somewhere, and they'll be successful. It's just a matter of opportunity, and so I'm glad that they were the ones that really kick-started it. Obviously, finishing the game, that's what people we'll like see like kind of at the end, but it was them that got us started. And so I'm just proud of all the guys, and I'm happy that we have this team that we've assembled. It's pretty great.
How long have you known Xavier or played against him, played with him?
So we played against each other for the better part of 2 seasons. I was in South Bay, he was in Ontario, and so to be honest, like we just talked during games, almost like back and forth. Like I would get mad that he would hit those pull-up jumpers or get me with little hesitation moves. He would get mad that I would dunk it backwards, and so we just chat. And then eventually we played USA basketball together for the World Cup qualifier, which was great to finally be on a team with him because I was tired of playing against him. We played each other probably 15 times in 2 years. It was just too much. So it was great to finally be teammates, and then now it's great to be teammates again. And it's honestly just great to watch him be successful and to see like a guard like him who could contribute anywhere. Just finally get a chance. Not finally get a chance, but you know what I mean. Like get to show his skills yet again.
You're obviously known for your defense, but it seems like you've really enhanced a lot of your offensive abilities. How much time have you spent on your offensive?
A lot of the offensive stuff, again, is I try to keep it simple. A lot of shots, a lot of work with Stelios and Johnny Carpenter at UVA, Wayne Yen as well, just some guys back at UVA this summer, and then Bob McKinnon. I haven't gotten to work with him as much this summer, but that's where I'm heading next. And it's simple. It's work. It's a lot of shots. It's reading the game, that type of thing, and then just trying to get stronger, put on weight. I've put on some weight since the season ended, and that's definitely helped just as far as taking bumps, giving bumps. I'm a little over 250, 255 now, and I think that's part of what has helped my offensive game is just that time, not even necessarily on the court, but just being able to take those bumps and do that stuff in the weight room. Mike Curtis is the best in the business back at UVA, so I've been with him a lot.
Thank you.
One more real quick, just what impressed you about Tristan's game? He had that offensive rebound put back late.
Yeah.
Those winning plays from him.
I mean, again, his game is all around solid. There's not too many parts of his game that I would say like he doesn't have. I guess like basketball-wise, he's a player. He's not one position. He's just like he plays basketball, and it's really impressive to see, and it's just fun to watch. And he's athletic. He's a shooter. He's a rebounder. He's one of those guys that just does what he needs to do, gets the job done. That's a great guy to have on a team.
Thank you. Jay, I imagine you had a whole bunch of options to play in the G League. Why this opportunity?
You mean Summer League?
No, yes.
No, you're fine. No, I just wanted to clarify.
The heat is evaporating.
Hey, I'm still sweating.
I'm sure that you had a whole bunch of options for the Summer League. Mm-hmm. Why the Magic for the Summer?
There was a variety of reasons. They were one of the first teams that was interested, and they were maybe the most interested. But I think too, like just the opportunity we saw, like the team that they were assembling was going to be really good. And I mean, I was just kind of excited about the opportunity. But yeah, we did have options, but it just seemed like the right fit. Prayer and that sort of thing kind of leads you a certain direction. So.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you.